Welcome to Red Fracture TV. As always, I'm your host, Sean Chappell. There are some things to report this week, but I have a feeling that these video logs are going to get a little thin for the next couple of weeks. With so many of my planned activities being postponed or outright cancelled, my future may just be me painting away in my studio and doing website maintenance. Scintillating stuff. But in an effort to give you a coronavirus-free good time, I shall dig deep and try to be entertaining. On with the show. As all of you know, the coronavirus pandemic is in full swing. That wacky virus crashed the party, broke into the liquor cabinet, cleaned us out of all the good stuff, and then promptly passed out on and shit our collective beds. Because of prudence in stopping the spread of this very poor lifestyle choice, most, if not all, of our opportunities for socializing, learning, and business building have been put on hold. What has been postponed in my life? First off, all Honey Bomb test nights are in the toilet. This includes the Board Games Cafe at the local library, designer nights at Snakes and Lattes, BreakoCon, where we're going to advertise online and in person, and the Round Table, which has closed its doors for the time being. Also, all one-on-one playtests are postponed. Due to this, we're probably going to be pushing our release date for Honey Bomb out a few months. There's no point in launching if we don't have an audience to push it to. Silver lining, we now have more time to develop Honey Bomb's presence on the web. Also cancelled is The Local, our Shopify pop-up that we were putting together in the shops at Waterloo Town Square. We've had to cancel the opening, the pre-opening shindig, and we may now be looking for a new space in the mall. The management of the venue isn't willing to revisit the contract until May at this point, so it looks like we're in stasis until some of the logistics can be smoothed out. Silver lining, we may end up with a better shop space in the mall. The one we were working with had some interesting architectural details which were going to make our store layout challenging. Maybe we'll end up with something better. Fingers crossed. Shopify and the Makers Collective have put all of their in-person meetups and one-on-one sessions on hold until we get the all clear. They've initiated online sessions and meetups, but the feeling just isn't the same as when you get together with people in person. I really enjoy meeting up with other entrepreneurs, hearing their stories, learning their successes, and acquiring new strategies. Silver lining? None that I can see. The meetups are short, to the point, and impactful. The connections with other entrepreneurs are best created in person. Body language and eye contact matter. I'm starting to look at these folks as a second family of sorts and really value our time together. I'm going to have to be patient on this one. Last but not least, all of my dealings with the Waterloo Region Small Business Center have been cancelled. No workshops, no in-person meetings. I was able to do a meeting over the phone with Krista, a digital strategist who helped me hone my focus just a little bit more when it comes to Red Fracture. I'm going to put her details in the write-up below. If you need help telling your story online, contact her. She is awesome. Silver lining? I've put a bunch of things on the back burner during this pandemic, things that are not urgent. I have a tendency to load my plate up with way too many things to do, more than is actually humanly possible. And many of the opportunities I was going to take advantage of through the center can, in all honesty, wait. Painting, and lots of it. I've been commissioned by Kit Davin to help her gently rebrand the first novel in her Zine series called The Forgotten Gemstone. Some of the comments she's received on the original cover design were that it was too aggressive, too in your face, and that the colors were too strong. Ultimately, putting all that feedback together, Kit came to the decision to create new cover art in the hopes that the entry point into the series would be more appealing. She told me that one customer even skipped over the Forgotten Gemstone and went straight to the other castle, book 2 in the trilogy, because it had a more appealing cover, which must have made for a rather jarring read. The work is all done, but I can't show you the final piece just yet. Kit is waiting to do a cover reveal for her readers later on in the month. At that time, I'll bring it here as well. If you'd like to find out more about her novels, I'll put her contact info in the write-up below. More on this soon. I've also delved back into my Truth About Cats and Pumpkins series, which I started in earnest about a year ago. It combines 2 of my favorite things, cats and pumpkins. Of course! The series has allowed me to take the panoply of bizarre cat behaviors, my interest in personifying pumpkins, my capacity for lateral thinking, and the connections of all things in the universe, and roll them together into a rather intriguing line of surreal artworks. I started small with simple ideas, testing out the waters of where the series could go, and now I'm stepping up my game with larger, more embellished images, and I'll even be doing a commission for a very special customer right here in Cambridge featuring her own cat, Jack. So far, I have 1 new piece under my belt, a second piece underway, right there. It's on my drafting table, and 3 more lined up to paint. My long-range goal is to take this series and roll it into a book, which I hope to kickstart in the fall. I'm also hoping to take advantage of any cat-themed shows that might be coming up in either local galleries or those abroad. So far, I've found Cult of Meow 4, presented by Gristle Art Gallery in New York, coming up this September. I'm hoping to find a dozen more that I can present my work to before the end of 2020. If you happen to know of any cat-themed art shows coming up in 2020 at galleries that would be happy with my kind of surrealist approach, please leave me a note in the comments below. This week's advice deals with the coronavirus and small businesses, at least here in Canada. Due to so much disruption and loss of income in the wake of Canada's state of emergency actions, the government has instituted a whole slew of measures to help Canadian businesses land on their feet. You can find out about these measures at this URL. I'll post a hot link to it in my write-up below as well. Go through what they're offering and see if any of their measures can help your business. Persons impacted by the virus directly by either being ill themselves or tending to loved ones who are ill, or persons who are in a state of struggle before the crisis began, have a lot of avenues for support. Deadlines have been pushed off, activities that required government agencies have been postponed, and there's also financial support in the form of immediate EI, wage subsidies to prevent layoffs, and other benefits should you qualify. Go to the URL, see what is on offer, and see if any of it pertains to you and your business. There's not much there for me except for a deferral of income tax payments for 2019. I can push those off until the end of August. And should I owe anything when my taxes are completed, I plan to take full advantage of that deadline. Defend your business. Don't let it go under because of the coronavirus. This is a speed bump, not a roadblock. The Canadian government has your back and wants to help you succeed. Take advantage of everything you can. If you like this video and the content that you saw here today, please leave me a note in the comments and let me know what you liked. If you have an idea for something that you'd like me to talk about, leave me a comment as well. Don't be afraid to share this on social media with your friends and family if you think that the content is pertinent to them. Or if it's really pertinent to you, don't be afraid to subscribe. When I get to 100 subscribers, I'll get my own personalized Red Fracture URL from YouTube. Fantastic. For now, that is all. Thanks for watching. P.S. A note to Rob Croxford. I'm really sorry to hear about the one-of-a-kind show and sale in Chicago getting canceled because of the coronavirus. I was really looking forward to seeing you kick ass in America. But again, this is a speed bump, not a roadblock. I'm pretty sure there's another opportunity coming up on the horizon for you, my friend, and you're still gonna kick ass in America.